On this special holiday edition of eNews, we take a look at getting out of the classroom and going into the real world. A few talented high school students win a trip to New York City, and a local business hits a milestone.
Welcome to eNews. I'm Alyssa Padvay.
And I'm David Opinko. With this being our last newscast of 2014, we will feature a few holiday stories from around Lethbridge.
But first, here's today's top story. The First Nation, Métis and Inuit Services at Lethbridge College offers a one-year general studies program that can help students find their way. Rachel Crow Spreading Wings reports.
Do you want to ask somebody if they need a ride?
The FMNI students got out of the classroom at the college and into the real world today. The Opagossan Early Intervention Society hosted over 15 FMNI students. The students were there to see how working with the youth from ages 5 to 12 could help them find their own way in life. Tanya Pace Crosschild, Executive Director of Opagossan, says college students are important to the youth and notes it's key to guide them, especially the young men. She also stresses that as blooming professionals, you have to be careful about what's posted online. Christopher Grenard, an instructor at both Lethbridge College and the U of L, feels hands-on and integrated education is one of the best ways to find out who they are.
It's a great learning experience for them, and I hope that they took something from this, from the book and from working with the children. It's practical, it gets them out of the classroom, it gets them to realize that this is the real deal.
The FMNI students participating in the Career Pathways program think this kind of hands-on learning is essential to understanding the possibilities open to them in life.
It helps me get a start back into school since I've been out of school for close to 16 years, so I find it helps.
The college students participating in the Career Pathways program through Lethbridge College found it very beneficial for their education. For eNews, I'm Rachel Crow Spreading Wings.
For more information about the Career Pathways program, contact the FNMI Student Advisor, Marcia Blackwater, at 403-394-6913.
The staff at the Lethbridge College's Student Services put on their Christmas hats this week. In celebration of the Christmas spirit, they were giving out free food and decorating a tree in Center Core. Alex Mulick has more.
Popcorn, hot chocolates?
I'd love some.
Nice.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
It was the beginning of something special. The lights get put up, the carols begin to be sung, and the trees are cut down to be put in our everyday homes. The Christmas season is fast approaching, and it's about time where people and organizations get into the Christmas spirit. Lethbridge College took part in the festive occasion with their annual holiday tree event put on by Student Services in the Center Core. The event showcased a holiday cheer with free popcorn and pop, and a chance to decorate the tree with personalized ornaments. There are a lot of students who cannot make it home for the holidays. This event provides a festive mood for the students who stay during Christmas. Students Experience Assistant Michael Bart says it gives students a sense of home.
Because they maybe don't go away for Christmas, they want to just stay here, it's easier, it's more affordable. But hey, let's bring a tree in, we'll celebrate the holidays, make them feel at home here in Lethbridge at the college.
A number of other things took place, including the building of a gingerbread house, which students could either eat themselves or help decorate, free hot chocolate, and a Get Framed promotion, and where students could get their photo taken with a frame around their face for the college's website and social media. For many international students, this was their first Christmas in Canada. Emily Malintapang, the Lethbridge College bookstore manager, says that with the tree and decorations, it gives them a sense of what Canadian Christmas is like.
Our international students, we wanted to create a sense of experience for them to be able to say that they've actually experienced a North American Christmas and all those kind of fun things.
The tree will remain lit up in the Center Core until January 5th. Alex Mulick, eNews.
The holiday tree event was put on by the Student Experience Office, the College Bookstore, and the Alumni Office.
With the dropping temperatures, Lethbridge Food Bank supplies has dropped as well. We have our on-scene reporter, Jessica Goose, with more details. Jessica?
Thanks, Alyssa. Yes, at this time of year, the Lethbridge and Interfaith Food Banks have seen a rise in people using their facility. I was fortunate enough this past Tuesday to attend the Stuff a Bus event, which volunteers say couldn't have come at a greater time.
The
Lethbridge and Interfaith Food Bank Stuff a Bus event happened this past Tuesday. West and South Side Save On food stores were offering 15% off on all groceries. Interfaith Food Bank Operations Manager Neil Heaton says it's a great perk.
It not only draws way more people here to the store on this one-day event, but it also gives them a discount, and they can potentially make their dollar go a little further and help the food bank.
Save On Foods have prepared food hampers for the public to purchase, or you can pick up a shopping list from one of the volunteers.
Heaton also points out those hampers are what's best.
During the Stuff of Us event, definitely the pre-made hampers are the key thing.
This event couldn't have happened without its volunteers, and like Jillian Metcalf says, importance of giving back is because of the time of the year.
And it is important for people that don't have a lot to be able to have something to give back to their families, especially when times are tough. It's cold outside. No one wants to go through this alone, so it's good to have that sense of unity and community when we all come together in an event like this.
For others like Ty Copeland, it's an easy decision.
Just because I care about other people.
And no surprise here when the Lethbridge Hurricanes showed up to volunteer with stocking the bus and then later on helping take the food off the bus and into the storage bins at the Interfaith Food Bank. The next event will be happening December 5th until Christmas Eve at all participating Loblaws stores.
So Jessica, what stores in particular should people be looking for?
There are 3, so Superstore, Real Canadian Wholesale, as well as Troy No Frills will all have donation boxes at the front of the store.
What have they received a lot of and they're not so much in need of?
As Neil Heaton says, the operation manager of Interfaith Food Bank, they say that a lot of canned soup has been taken in, and with that, they would like a little bit more of a variety, but as always, any donation is welcome.
What are the food banks most in need of?
Right now, they're looking for pasta, pasta sauce, cereal, and peanut butter.
Thanks, Jessica.
Department. A number of new recruits were sworn in by Chief Brian Cornforth in late November. Sam Borsato had the chance to speak with one of the young recruits to see how he's handling the new experience.
Lethbridge residents can rest easy knowing they're in good hands. The Lethbridge Fire and EMS, or LFD, welcomed 17 new recruits late last month. This is the biggest recruitment for the department in nearly 35 years. Though all ages were hired, youngest hire at only 20 years old, Brent Tradewell, says many of the older crew members have been helpful in his learning process.
Me and my partner actually got split up today for the ambulance and that, just so they can kind of show us some more stuff around the city. So it's been awesome that way, training-wise, and getting to know the ins and outs.
The Lethbridge native added that all recruits are required to be either an EMT or paramedic. He plans to finish his final year of schooling to become a paramedic while working for the department. Tradewell will be trained by the department to become a firefighter as well. Both firefighter paramedics Mike Humphrey and Chris Fahey say they're excited to start teaching.
Here at the LFD we have a very in-depth mentorship program, and it's great to go through that and teach the new guys what you know.
I was in the last hire, so the knowledge that I've received from these guys I get to pass on to them now.
Tradewell, along with the other recruits, were hired on September 17th. He says he's grateful to be able to work in the community he grew up in.
This is my hometown, and it's nice to always work in the hometown. And the guys here, they're awesome. It's kind of like a brotherhood where, it's basically like family.
Recruits had to complete 10 weeks of training to learn LFD protocol before joining the department family. For eNews, I'm Sam Borsato.
With the 17 new recruits, the fire department will now have 156 members to serve Lethbridge and the surrounding areas. Coming up next on eNews, high school students prepare speeches at the Odd Fellows Lodge, and a unique event to raise awareness about HIV.
At first glance, this looks like an empty field. But before you dig, ask yourself, do you trust that there are no buried facilities hiding under the ground? Are you willing to bet your life on it? Calling Alberta One Call could save your life. They dispatch locators in your area to find the facilities before you do. You can go online or download the app to submit a request right from your phone. It costs nothing to submit a request. It could cost you everything not to. Click before you dig and know what's below.
Lethbridge Pride Fest is a community-based organization providing events and festivals for the inclusion and acceptance of its community. Lethbridge Pride Fest recognizes and celebrates the history, courage, and future of Southern Alberta's lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgendered, two-spirited, questioning, and intersex community. For more information about how you can contribute, please find them on Facebook or visit lethbridgepridefest.ca.
At Interfaith Food Bank, we provide more than just food.
We provide free cooking classes to teach people the value of eating healthy on a low budget.
Interfaith Food Bank strives to help kids live up to their potential by offering them the chance to make delicious snacks and explore the kitchen. With the help of our wonderful volunteers, the Interfaith Food Bank can assist you in many different ways. Stop in and experience it for yourself at 1103 3rd Avenue North.
No cat wants to be abandoned or to be left in the streets to starve or freeze. Every living thing deserves a home with love, care, and safety. The Last Chance Cat Ranch is a volunteer-run, not-for-profit, no-kill cat rescue. We're dedicated to finding forever homes for every cat in southern Alberta. Contact us today to learn more about adoption, fostering, and volunteer options. We believe that every cat should be loved and cared for. The Last Chance Cat Ranch. Help make a difference for our furry friends.
Crime Stoppers and Lethbridge Regional Police need your help in solving a break-and-enter and theft. Sometime on October 10th, 2014, Spitz Stadium on Parkside Drive was broken into. At least 2 people took alcohol from the concession stand, including 6 to 8 bottles of hard liquor and 6 cans of Coors Light. If you have any information on this or any crime, please contact Crime Stoppers by any of these methods. Crime Stoppers will pay up to $2,000 for information leading to an arrest. Remember, you will not have to attend court or testify, and you will remain anonymous. We want your information, not your name.
6 high school students from the Lethbridge area gathered last week in hopes of getting sent on a trip of a lifetime. Kirsten Crucial has the story.
There are ways doctors can increase the likelihood of survival.
The United Nations Pilgrimage for Youth speech competition was established by the Order of Oddfellows in 1949, when the United Nations was just in its 4th year. Since then, this competition has brought together thousands of young adults who are interested in world affairs, economics, political sciences, and international relations. A panel of 3 judges decides upon 2 winners and the runner-up. The judges aren't given any names, only a number.
Our winners are number 2 and number 3.
The winners from Lethbridge will get the opportunity to tour the United Nations building and listen to briefings by specialized UN agencies. In addition, students will participate in in-depth discussions with other young adults from around the world. One of last year's 2 winners, David Zhang, says that this opportunity is great for the new friendships and experiences it brought along, among other things.
I would say that the biggest benefit for me on this trip was the experience of competing at an international level and being in front of a panel of well-distinguished United Nations judges.
The Oddfellows and Rebecca's United Nations Pilgrimage for Youth program is continuing to gain more awareness. Gordon Lowe, chairman of the youth committee at the Lethbridge Oddfellows, says this is an experience of a lifetime for the teenagers who get involved.
I think as well as the experience of speaking, getting up in front of an audience and presenting a topic and just that whole attitude of gaining confidence as you speak to an audience about a matter of public affairs is the first step.
Oddfellow and Rebecca Lodge in Lethbridge, along with donations, pay for transportation, meals, lodging, and sightseeing. For eNews, I'm Kirsten Crucial.
This annual competition is open to all 16 or 17-year-old high school students with at least 1 year of school remaining. Applicants must submit an essay in order to participate.
Lethbridge held its first ever Sports Day Carnival on Saturday. The carnival was created to celebrate RBC Sports Day in Canada, which featured many activities for the entire family. Colby McKee has more.
Oh, good shot! Breaking the bank wasn't necessary for participants on Saturday afternoon. Nicholas Sharon Arena was host to several free events celebrating the 5th annual RBC Sports Day in Canada. Events that were featured included free public skating, snowshoeing around the arena, and a traditional needle in a haystack activity. Event organizer Amy Van Buskirk says severe winter temperatures shouldn't have an effect on turnout for the event.
As long as you're dressed for the weather and you're out there moving, it's not that cold out. So hopefully people can realize that the sun is out and they come on down.
Free hot chocolate was provided to those who braved the cold temperatures, and a toilet paper toss game was played to win some prizes. Billy Kotelnikoff and his son Max were among those in attendance, and he says that the event gives families a great opportunity to be in the community.
When you see that there's an actual event going on, it gives the kids and the family something a little bit extra to do, and really it's a no-cost event, so I mean it's really outstanding by RBC to put something like that on Lethbridge Sports Council as well.
There were plenty of activities going on around Lethbridge to celebrate RBC Sports Day in Canada. Those included a ball hockey tournament and a cricket demonstration. Van Buskirk says she hopes many families continue to be involved in this event in the coming years. Colby McKee, eNews.
For pictures of the day's activities, including ones from the cricket demonstration, visit the Lethbridge Sport Council's Facebook page.
A unique event was brought to CASA to raise awareness about HIV. With the number in HIV increasing every day, it's important to practice safe sex and to know the facts about the infection. Taylor Wall has the details.
The Lethbridge HIV Connection, Lethbridge Pride Fest, and the Lethbridge College teamed up to put on the first ever couture condom fashion show. Every 3 hours, a person in Canada is infected with HIV, and 25% of people living with HIV are unaware that they are HIV positive. Fashion design students showed their creativity by featuring outfits containing condoms as a design material. Lethbridge Pride played their part in the fashion show, featuring drag queens and kings putting on fun performances informing the audience about the dangers of HIV. The condom designs weren't limited to only design students. Anyone in the community was able to create a design and show it off. The executive director of the Lethbridge HIV Connection, Stacey Bork, organized the event and was satisfied with the turnout.
We were looking for new ways, obviously, to make money. We're a not-for-profit organization, so I was just trying to think of an out-of-the-box way to host a fundraiser, and this is what came up for me.
Fashion designer Catwalk Salon was responsible for the hair and makeup for the models.
We took all afternoon, and we're really trying to follow the design of the designers. We're there to make their outfits look amazing.
University student Logan Bartholow attended the event to gain some more knowledge about HIV.
Events like this are important to make sure that awareness is brought to the communities.
The Couture Condom Fashion Show also featured Lethbridge's own Candy Co's winter line.
It was a sold-out crowd here at CASA. The Couture Condom Fashion Show was a fun, lighthearted way to educate our community about the serious issues of HIV prevention and awareness. For eNews, I'm Taylor Wall.
The Lethbridge HIV Connection is in their 26th year of operation. For similar events, check out their Facebook page at the Lethbridge HIV Connection.
The Lethbridge Animal Shelter reopened its doors last week. Significant improvements were made to the shelter after being closed for about half a year. I had the chance to stop by the Lethbridge Animal Shelter to see how it's shaping up. While it may not look like much is different, the Lethbridge Animal Shelter has made dozens of improvements to its facility. Some of these changes include adding concrete floors that don't collect as much bacteria, an improved ventilation system that reduces odor, and improved cages for both dogs and cats. Upon entering the dog rooms, you may notice these grass frames hanging on the walls and roof. It may seem a bit odd at first, But Animal Patrol Officer Andrew Penton says they're actually among the better changes.
In the dog rooms have put up some sound reduction devices. They look like grass on the walls. But what it does, it just stops the sound waves from bouncing off the walls back and forth, making it too loud. So when you go in, you can actually talk to your family and speak to the dogs instead of it being deafening.
Penton says they were all done to improve the quality of life for the animals during their time in the shelter.
These different modifications we've done has made it more homey and more inviting for the animals versus here's just a spot we place them.
While these 2-bedroom cat condos may still be small, Poco here agrees that they are a significant improvement over what the shelter had before. The renovations took about 6 months to complete. Senior bylaw officer Dave Henley says the project was funded primarily through donations.
So the City of Lethbridge received 2 donations, 2 separate donations, one from the estate of Ann Anderson, and that was $112,000. A second one from Gordon Johnston, and that was for $45,000.
While the animals are only here temporarily, officials at the shelter still believe it's worth their effort to make the animals' time as comfortable as possible. The Lethbridge Animal Shelter is limited kill, meaning that as long as the animal is healthy, it won't be put down. Coming up next on eNews, a local business celebrates 10 years in Lethbridge, and shoppers got a Christmas bargain this weekend.
According to CanadianWomen.org, more than half of all Canadian women have experienced one instance of sexual or physical abuse since the age of 16.
That means one of us has been abused.
Every 6 days, a Canadian woman is killed by her domestic partner.
That's one Canadian woman's life per week.
If you think domestic violence isn't your issue, then think again.
Because it's happening right here in your own backyard.
Head to womenspace.ca to get involved in your community. Women's Space. Women
for women.
Opagasan Early Intervention Society has been dedicated to enriching the hearts of families since 1996. Opagasan is a non-profit organization committed deeply to the future of the Blackfoot culture. Opagasan means all the children in Blackfoot. To support the continuation of this commitment to the children, please call 403-380-2569 or www.opagasan.org.
Every year at the Lethbridge District Humane Society, we see many cats and dogs come through our doors. Animals that are abandoned and unwanted. Many are just scared and frightened and looking for a new place to call a forever home. If you adopt one of our animals, you won't be making a difference in their life, but you'll be making a difference in your own. Visit the Lethbridge District Humane Society today. Make a difference, save a life, and adopt a pet. Give them a call at 403-320-8991.
Go to the
Did you lock the doors when you left?
the dog
Did you turn off the stove?
These are the sounds that people with schizophrenia deal with on a daily basis. At the Schizophrenia Society, they are here to help people with this disorder work towards improving their quality of life with programs like music, drama, partnership programs, and family support groups. With your donation today, you have the chance to make these programs free for people who are living with schizophrenia and related disorders. Donate today at schizophrenia.ab.ca or go to 234C 12th Street B North.
A Lethbridge business celebrated a landmark anniversary with its annual champagne tasting. Mocha Cabana celebrated the 10th anniversary in style from the support of the Andrew Hilton Wine and Spirits. Michael Doherty has more.
It was a top-shelf crowd assembled for a top-shelf celebration. Sparkling wine students and aficionados alike assembled at Lethbridge's own Mocha Cabana for its annual champagne tasting.
Mocha Cabana's annual champagne tasting traditionally takes place on the first Monday of December. This year's tasting marked its 10th annual foray into the world of sparkling wine and was its most successful to date.
Event organizer and co-owner of Mocha Cabana, Angel Harper, says that she loves the challenge of impressing the crowd.
I really love the opportunity to play with our food because our Mocha Cabana and all our chefs, we really love to have fun and we really kick it up for champagne tasting. I love entertaining all the customers and trying new champagne.
Master of Ceremonies Kyle Baines says that he loves being able to educate people about sparkling wines.
I like that it gives me a chance to wear a tie and talk about wines. As much as that's most of my job, this is a really fun event to get to do, and I get to pour some really exceptional wines. Most wine tastings get booked, it's $20 a bottle budget. Here we did some $90 stuff, and I think people really loved it.
Baines even praises the quality of champagnes that Mocha Cabana offered.
We do 5 different champagnes. We did everything from a really nice soft little crème de Bourgogne all the way up to a vintage Grand Cru Blanc de Blanc, the top of the food chain for champagnes.
With events like the champagne tasting leading us into the holiday season, we can all look forward to a winter that's just a little bit warmer. For eNews, I'm Michael Doherty.
Mocha Cabana holds a wine tasting at the beginning of every month, but keeps sparkling wine to an annual event.
A Lethbridge tradition is returning this weekend. The Annadale Christmas House offers tours to raise money for different charities during the Christmas season. Alyssa McNeil has more.
All of the lights are up and ready to go for the tours of the Annadale Christmas House. For many Lethbridge residents, a visit or even just a drive-by to see the lights is a tradition. For the past 5 years, tours of the outside and inside have been done to raise money for different charities. Garfield Bland says it all began when he was president of the London Road Neighbourhood Association.
We did for them one year as a fundraiser, and then we decided to, we asked around a little bit if the food banks wanted to do it.
The Interfaith Food Bank is another charity that will be a part of this event. Their weekend of tours will be from the 12th to the 16th. Executive Director Danielle McIntyre says it's a great event to be involved with.
On top of collecting food and funds for us, one of the things that it does is brings attention to our cause, and it has created a real tradition in Lethbridge of something that families can do to celebrate Christmas and help others in need at the same time.
The last weekend of donations will go towards the Raymond Handy Bus. Bland adds that the community keeps asking him to do the tours year after year.
They're saying, well, my kids are asking me, are you going to do the Christmas thing again? So it just kind of keeps going on and on and on. And I'll probably do it as long as I can.
Tours begin this weekend. Although there is no admission fee, donations will be accepted and will be taken to the London Road Neighbourhood Association. For eNews, I'm Melissa McNeil.
On average, the tours bring in around $5,000 for the organizations.
The exhibition grounds were a busy place to be over the weekend. I made a trip down to see what all the excitement was about.
Purple and green, my favorite colors.
The annual Big Christmas Trade Show and Farmers Market occurred this past weekend at Lethbridge Exhibition Park. With over 150 vendors varying from sports to crafts and everything in between, it was a one-stop Christmas shop for you to check a few things off your list. Epicure dealer Karina Callahan says it's a great way to interact with present and future clients.
You get out with the community and the public, and it's a showcase to present the career that you are in, and present the products or the company that you represent.
Local artists, stores, and bakers showed off all of their best products, and many sold out of their top items, and that was only the first day. The owner of Mad Hatters believes these types of events really promote his business, and he mostly comes because of the profit.
For the money, basically, and we travel Western Canada doing this. So we start out in Alberta, we go to Saskatchewan, then BC for September.
With Christmas just around the corner, many people are scrambling to tackle their wish lists. With the wide variety of booths at the Christmas Trade Show and Farmers Market, people were leaving with everything they needed. Nicole Leary loved how quick her Christmas shopping went this year.
To be able to do my Christmas shopping in one place. Yeah.
The Christmas Trade Show and Farmers Market was only a 2-day event, but was a full house all hours of the day. If you missed this year's event, don't worry, they'll be back again next year. To see upcoming venues for Lethbridge's Farmers Market, like them on Facebook. So David, what are you up to for Christmas?
Well, school's just been so busy lately, I really just need time to catch up. What about you?
I'm gonna head home back to Gravelburg and just visit with my family. So that's it for us today for eNews. I'm Alyssa Pudvey.
And I'm David Opinko.